Eine schöne Mittagsstunde und willkommen hier bei uns auf der BeSt³ in Wien, Vortragssaal 3. Wir freuen uns, dass Sie hier bei uns zu Gast sind, bei uns in der wunderbaren Kinobestuhlung hier im Vortragssaal 3 und auch eine schöne Mittagsstunde an Sie zu Hause via Livestream oder über OKTO.TV. Wir haben die letzten 3 Tage Programm gemacht für Sie hier. Wir haben Studierende in Österreich kennengelernt, an Fachhochschulen, an Universitäten. Wir haben Berufsmöglichkeiten erfahren. Heute ist übrigens unser Schwerpunkt Medien, aber wir nehmen natürlich auch andere Bereiche hinein. Und Deutschland hat sich die letzten Tage mal vorgestellt als Studienstandort. Aber heute möchten wir schauen, wie man in UK, in Großbritannien studieren kann. Und ich darf ganz herzlich begrüßen, quasi alle Jahre wieder, liebe Virag Varga vom British Council Austria. Wir freuen uns sehr auf Ihren Vortrag und werden jetzt die Ohren spitzen, welche Möglichkeiten es gibt, in Großbritannien zu studieren. Bitte schön.
Dankeschön. Hello and welcome to our presentation. My name is Virag Varga. I'm the business manager of the British Council in Austria and Switzerland. And today we have a guest speaker coming from London, Valentina.
Hello, it's really nice to meet you. Thank you for having me in beautiful Vienna and for your interest in studying in the UK. I hope we can help you out today.
Yes, so I will start the presentation and tell you a little bit about studying in the UK, and at some point I'll hand over to Valentina to tell you about how to study as an EU national after Brexit. So let's start looking at why would you like to study in the UK first of all. The UK gives you an opportunity to receive a world-class education. You can study at 162 higher education institutions, and you have a chance to get professional career advice. You may have a year of internship after you finish your studies, or you can just be working in your chosen industry. In 2021, the Times Higher Education World Rankings honored the UK with 2 of the world's top 10 universities, including the University of Oxford, and 7 of the top 50 and 26 of the top 200 universities are found in the UK from this ranking. The UK is ranked 2nd in the world for science and research, and 54% of output is world leading, so that's coming out of UK universities. A little bit about the types of degrees. So a bachelor is similar to Austria. It takes usually 3 years. However, you have a chance to prolong it for an extra year. So either on year 3, you have a semester abroad or 2 semesters abroad, or if you study languages, you may prolong it to 4 years, and you do an internship, or you just work for 1 year in your selected industry. Masters are a bit different. So masters in the UK are usually 1 year long, and the PhDs are usually 3 years. You can have several course combinations, and in total over 50,000 course combinations. So you might want to study psychology and French. That's one of the course combinations, for example. And there is also a placement year, which I would recommend you to check, and Valentina might tell you a bit more about that in detail. So how can you get insider guide to studying in the UK? The British Council has a world-leading website, which is study-uk.britishcouncil.org. So I would very much recommend you to go to this website and check out all the details given here. There are links to in-country events to help you find out about UK education, and you can get important information on how to plan your studies. You can search courses on this website, and also most importantly probably scholarship advice is given on the page. Practical advice in terms of moving to the UK, living in the UK. There are also pages linked about visa requirements and so on, of course, of which you will hear more about today as well. I think what's really good from the website is that you can read about real-life student experience and real-life exchanges. And the website offers you a wide range of social media channels that you can follow, and you can get sometimes weekly updates, sometimes daily updates. So it's really a lot of ongoing information on the website. So let me just repeat it. It's study-uk.britishcouncil.org. If you visit us at our stand, which is A14, you get a little card and handout about studying in the UK from us, and there are links to important websites, which you will hear throughout this presentation. So most of you are wondering, okay, I'm really happy to go to the UK. I would like to receive a world-class education, but how do I start? How do I apply? Where does my journey begin? So for undergraduate applications, you have to apply through ucas.com. It's a little bit different than in Austria, how you need to apply to the UK. So it's not by institution per institution. There's a centralized website for all undergraduate applications, and that's ucas.com. You need to submit your postgraduate application though via individual universities. So UCAS is only for undergraduate application, and if you're interested in postgrad, then of course you will have to go to the institutions directly. However, most probably you're all looking for the undergraduate route for now. What you need to know and what the top things the admissions team will look for when reviewing your application are just below on the slide. So first of all, your qualification. Make sure you have your qualifications ready and you have them scanned and ready to upload to UCAS when you start your application. You have to attach a personal statement to your application, which has to display your passion for the subject area. It has to demonstrate your motivation, enthusiasm, and also present the skills and experiences that will enable you to succeed at the university. This written personal statement is also showing your knowledge and your commitment to subject discipline you're applying for, and also your good attitude and personal development. It's very important for UK universities that you can articulate yourself fluently and accurately in writing, because it's also a sign of what's to come for tutors. So when tutors look through your application as well, the first thing they will check is your personal statement to really see your knowledge in the language, how you can express yourself, how passionate you are about your subject area. There are quite a lot of good templates and tutorials online to check out how to write such a personal statement. So I would recommend you to look it up. The last point I would mention here is the quality and the content of your reference. So you make sure that you secure references to submit alongside your application. It can come from your teacher, it can come from the headmaster of your school, or even, if you had any professional opportunities before, make sure that you secure these references and submit it along with your personal statement and the rest of your application. Another important point when you're applying for a UK degree is that you have to prove your English knowledge, not just in your personal statement, but you have to submit a globally acknowledged high-stakes language test. The IELTS exam, which stands for International English Language Testing System, is the world's most popular language test, and all UK universities accept this. So taking IELTS really opens doors for you, not just to study in the UK, however, to help and to study and work in other English-speaking countries as well, but definitely will aid you through your journey and application to a UK university. In total, there are 11,000 organizations in 104 countries accepting this test, including government, academic, and employment institutions. So also later on, if you're thinking about immigrating, for example, to the UK, then this test will help you as well, also for visa applications. However, for now, we're thinking about your study path and that you have to prove your English. So this test will help you get there. What you would need to check through UCAS and occasionally through your preferred institution, what is the score that they want you to achieve with your English requirement. So please do make sure you check that. Certain universities request a 7.0 result from IELTS, or maybe 7.5. It's really up to the institution, but I think these scores are mostly what institutions are after. What we can help you with to get things ready quicker is we're offering IELTS on computer in Vienna. So you can take the test basically 6 times in a week now, and your results are available 3 to 5 days. So if you decide quite late that I actually want to study in the UK and I'm still within the deadlines, do not worry. So let not hold yourself back from submitting your application, because you can quickly aid yourself with a test that you will need. So you can just basically type your answers on computer instead of writing, and you have headphones and a real-life examiner, which is quite a highlight. So you can see on our website, you can find more information about the test itself. Probably my last slide here about key website, and I always know that this slide is one of the most important for you as well. So study-uk@britishcouncil.org is the main site for learning about studying in the UK, reading about scholarships, applications, real-life student experience, and very often in-country events as well. You have to apply for undergraduate through UCAS, so ucas.com. However, I would recommend you to look at the 2 sites as well. So for the UK Council for International Student Affairs, ukcisa.org.uk, and the National Union of Students, NUS.org. You find a lot of information here about you know, support for international students, what the National Union for Students can do to help you, to support you, and the last few bits here, how to contact us, so how you get in touch with the British Council, because we are not just only helping you with language exams. However, you see that we have all these up-to-date information about studying in the UK, and we have really good partnerships with leading UK institutions such as Universities UK International. So we're always trying to be on top of the latest updates, because I know it's been a journey recently and understanding the new updates and the new regulations. So you can anytime turn to us. If you go to britishcouncil.at, we have a dedicated Study UK page. Actually, as part of this fair with our colleague from UUKI, we've created a little video for you with frequently asked questions. We have frequently asked questions documents on the Study UK page on our website as well. So I would recommend you to come back to it, and also to follow us on social media, because we often post updates. We give you further links. So you can find our Facebook page, which is British Council Austria. We are on Twitter @_British. And probably the best way to reach us is email exams@britishcouncil.at. So that's our contact here. So I would like to thank you for your attention, and now I'll hand over to my colleague Valentina, who will tell you a little bit more about studying in the UK for Austrian nationals in the next academic year. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Virag, for the very useful presentation. Now I will start briefly with explaining the changes to the practical processes for studying in the UK as a European national. First of all, I can tell you that, yes, it is still possible, despite the numerous changes that the sector faced, and prospective students are asking us so many questions about the practicalities. I can tell you that it is still possible. On the 23rd of December 2020, the UK and the European Union signed the so-called Trade and Cooperation Agreement between the UK and the EU to find out the way that they will move together in the future. This document also defines the arrangements for studying in the UK with regards to immigration and visas, which are the practicalities that I'm invited to tell you about today. But first, I will start talking briefly about the value of the UK degree. As you probably know, the UK has a great reputation around the world for its academia. Universities have a history in the UK with institutions like Oxford and Cambridge dating back 800 years ago. British universities take a number of top places in the World University League tables, as just Virag mentioned, and nearly a fifth of the world's 50 universities are in the UK according to the QS World University Rankings. Employers globally understand the value of British education and the high standards of its academia and of the students who complete degrees there. UK universities offer specialized degrees at all levels. So, for example, you don't have to wait until you study for a PhD to get a specific knowledge about a particular field. Let's say you might be interested in studying zoology. You can do that straight from your bachelor's degree. You might be interested in aerospace engineering. This is also possible on a bachelor's degree level, unlike in many other countries. As Virag mentioned, UK universities also offer combined courses. For example, in my undergrad, I studied politics and international relations, which is a great opportunity to delve into two different areas of study and have more opportunities after you graduate as well. International graduates from the UK go on to have a very high career and life satisfaction. The UK campuses are very international places. They're very culturally rich, diverse, and inclusive. In the academic year 2020-21, we had over 30% of all students coming in from different countries around the world. So you can imagine how international each and every campus is. But also my organization did a research into the graduate outcomes of international students. And I can tell you that we found out that over 90% of the graduates we surveyed had very high career and life satisfaction, and also believed that their degree from the UK helped them be very successful in international business endeavors. As I just mentioned, the environment on UK campuses is very culturally enriching for students, and UK universities and teams on campus are very well equipped and prepared to support international students along their journey, which proved extremely crucial for them in the past few years. During the pandemic, teams in UK universities helped international students with practical challenges such as self-isolation on campus, picking up from the airport, supporting them with food parcels when necessary. But at the same time, they helped them have the social aspects of studying on campus. Despite having the lectures and all the teaching moved online, they presented them with a lot of opportunities to engage with peers, employers, and to pursue their hobbies on campus despite the pandemic. Last but not least, UK universities are world leaders in science, innovation, and research in various fields. I forgot to mention that there are over 100 Nobel Prizes in UK institutions. They're leaders of research in multiple fields, and students, and specifically in life sciences and in other scientific areas, have access to world-leading labs while on campus. So it's definitely an amazing place to study and get skills for life. Going back to the practicalities, the main changes that have happened due to the UK's exit from the EU are related to fees, immigration, mobility opportunities, and recognition of degrees. I can assure you that despite the changes that you can see here, there has been much more continuity, especially in the application process. UCAS is as Virag mentioned, it is the centralized platform. The process for application remains the same, and UK universities would continuously assess applications from European domiciled students as it were before. There's no changes in that. There is no detriment to EU applicants despite Brexit. But let's start with the fees. There was a transitional period until the end of 2020, until which EU domiciled citizens in the UK could apply to be covered by the withdrawal agreement and secure a settled or pre-settled status for residents in the UK. But for everybody else, there are new rules. So if you're an Austrian student considering applying for an undergraduate degree in 2022-2023, and you're not covered by the withdrawal agreement, you will not be eligible for home fee student status or student fee loans for England, Scotland, and Wales, and Northern Ireland. You will be eligible for international fees. You will also need to apply for a student visa through the new student road for EU domiciled students, and you will be eligible to apply for the graduate route after you graduate. And on the subject of international fees, the amount of those fees will depend on the type of course you're pursuing, and these could vary between institutions and different fields as well. We advise prospective students to have a look at the websites of the UK universities you're interested in, compare and decide. Make an informed decision about the courses and the best arrangement for your study based on the correct information from the websites. The good news is that there's a lot of scholarships that you can get access to. There is national schemes for scholarships. There are scholarships provided by universities that are course-specific or nation-specific. Again, our advice is to either go directly to the website of the institution or visit the Study UK website, which will contain a lot of information about different scholarships on different levels. The next and more complicated subject is about visa and immigration provisions. EU students that are not covered by the withdrawal agreement, namely that they don't have settled or pre-settled status for living in the UK, will have to apply for a student visa. EU students will be able to, however, study for 6 months without applying for a visa. For example, if you're attending a short course in a UK institution or doing some volunteering, or you're on an Erasmus mobility to the UK, you won't have to apply for a visa if you're staying for 6 months. However, if your course exceeds 6 months, you have to apply for a visa. It costs £348, and you will demonstrate that you meet certain conditions. Alongside this, you will have to pay for a health surcharge as well, which gives you access to the National Health Service in the UK. You can check how long your course will be and what type of visa you need to apply directly with your institution if you're registered in a European university, or directly on the website of the UK university you're considering applying for. UK universities will offer help with regards to the visa application, and I can tell you that as soon as you start the process, it's going to go smoothly, but you have to give it enough time. On the question of recognition of degrees, UK degrees are recognized in many countries around the world. There are several agreements between different countries in support of this. Some of these agreements are not related to membership of the European Union, which means that most qualifications from the UK will still be recognized in the EU after the UK has left it. From January the 1st, 2021, a few professional qualifications will need to be recognized by the appropriate bodies of your profession in each country where you intend to work. This can be outside of the EU as well. The most important thing to remember is that if prior to the 31st of December 2020 your degree was recognized, you don't have to worry about anything. It means that it will continue to be recognized in the future as well. As I mentioned, there will be still opportunities for short-term mobility to UK universities within Erasmus Plus as well. This will depend on the partnerships that the institution you're enrolled in Europe has with UK universities. The UK is no longer part of Erasmus Plus, which means that if you pursue a degree in the UK, you won't be able to do mobilities within Europe, within Erasmus. However, the UK introduced a new mobility scheme for UK universities called the Turing Scheme, which is a global one. You can do a mobility in a European country, but also you can receive funding to do a mobility or a placement or a summer course, short-term course, anywhere in the world. This would be available to you if you register with the UK institution for a full degree course. And this is sort of the end of the serious part of my presentation. I'm going to repeat the very useful resources that are available to you. UCAS, the centralized platform for making applications for undergraduate degrees. There is a lot of information about the different courses on offer in universities, the different arrangements as well, such as distance learning, online learning, part-time as well. The Study UK website is extremely helpful with a lot of questions like immigration, fees, securing pre pre-settled or settled status. In UKISA, as Virag mentioned, the Council for International Student Affairs, there is a lot of guidance and help on this website. In conclusion, what I can tell you is that I wholeheartedly support and recommend studying in the UK as an international student. Traditionally, the UK higher education system has been very popular as a study destination, and the main reason behind that is the excellent academic reputation of the UK institutions, the rich and very diverse culture and universities, the amazing support that international students receive with regards to employment, life on campus, and navigating the whole system. It's obviously everything is a little bit different than it was before, but it is still possible, and we're here to help you, support you in this journey as well. Here I've left a couple of quotes from our research of the graduate outcomes of international students, from Poland and Germany. This student has said that the education is world-class in the UK, and the focus on research and independent learning provided invaluable in the workplace. He studied civil engineering, which is a very serious subject. I'm sure some of you might be interested in that. And the other quote is an example of somebody who did a master's course on computer games and entertainment, which is one of those combined subjects that we discussed earlier. And I believe we'll be here to answer some of your questions if you have any. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so much. I have one question, please. We still have Corona, and are the universities open, or how do they organize the study process?
Yes, so for now, life seems to be slowly but surely getting back to normal in the UK. Currently, some institutions continue with flexible learning. We call it hybrid, meaning that some lectures are fully online, others are hybrid. There's students in the lecture hall and others connecting from somewhere in the world or in the UK, but still isolating. For the next academic year, 2022-2023, I believe the intention is to fully move into in-person classes and lectures and seminars. However, there still will be requirements for wearing masks somewhere and for testing. I believe it will be very similar to the situation in Austria at the moment. So yes, universities have done a lot to support their students, and we'll make sure that they protect them as much as possible.
Yeah, and in addition to that, I've actually started my studies at the University of Cambridge last year, so when it was really the Corona year, and the advantage that universities are really offering a lot of online possibilities and online courses these days now, and the pandemic has prompted very traditional, very big UK universities as well to look for other options. So let it not stop you that you're still thinking about Corona, because there are options there. So I'm sitting in Austria and studying at Cambridge is pretty good.
But it's important to know. Are there any questions? Please.
Hello, thank you for giving us so much information. I have one question. So you mentioned IELTS test, and there's also TOEFL test. Are there any differences between these two tests?
Yes, there are differences. IELTS is a diagnostic test. I would highlight the main differences that with IELTS you take the speaking test with a face-to-face real examiner, so you're not talking to a computer. IELTS is very much recognized in the UK and the US as well, so very wide recognition, and the universities trust a very high stakes test.
Aber super Frage, danke. Andere Fragen noch? Ansonsten, Sie sind auf der Messe vertreten. Thank you for coming and introducing how studying in the UK works. Virag Varga, British Council Austria, und Valentina Chervenkova. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Please make sure you visit our stand A14. We have quite a lot of documents for you can take with you, read later. So we welcome you at our stand. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you.